Hi everyone, my name is Dominika. Welcome to Invisible Mindset YouTube channel. This channel it's all about personal development, learning how to love every little part of your life, gaining confidence, overcoming challenges in life, and having that growth mindset. Every week I'll be teaching you about a new topic. So without further delay, let's get started on today's topic. Hello everyone. Today I want to speak to you about being a life's protege. Because so many of us go through life thinking that once I finish school, that's it, I don't have to learn another new thing. But that's the beauty of this world. There is so much we can learn. There are things that we can discover, learn from other people, learn about businesses, learn about art, learn about history and the future and all those things. Learn things about God. And it's actually so fascinating whenever we look at life as a student, as a protege, instead of like, I don't know anything. There are things that I don't know how to do. I am useless. I'm not capable. I'm not smart enough. Everything in life can be learned. Everything in life can be learned, whatever it may be. Whether it is a skill, whether it is emotional intelligence, whether it is something about life, whether it is something about motherhood, fatherhood, anything can be learned. Truly, anything can be learned. But we forget that whenever we are adults, we can continue learning. We think, okay, once I finish school, that's me done. But no, you actually have to continue learning things, because if you don't live to your fullest potential. And this is why there are jobs like McDonald's, KFC, minimum wage jobs. Minimum wage stands for minimum effort, minimum education, minimum intelligence. And those people who get on the top and become successful financially, become someone in this world, are those people who continue learning, because they do not give a minimum amount of effort, a minimum amount of education, a minimum amount of their life. We have to give our all. We have to really develop ourselves as human beings if we want to learn to do something that we have never done before. If we want to create beautiful things in this world, it takes a certain person. It takes certain skills. It takes certain knowledge, certain wisdom. So what are you going to do about your life in order for you to get to that next level that you want to get to? If there is something that you have always wanted to accomplish, but you don't know how, there are loads of free resources that you can go to, or paid masterclasses. You can hire a coach, you can hire a mentor. You can always do something in order to get to that next level that you are looking to get to. In life, we are not meant to just stay in one place. And you might have a good job. It's not too bad. You like it, but you don't love it. That doesn't mean you should stay in that place. You should always grow and learn new things in order for you to become better, become stronger, become wiser, become even a greater person than you already are. You might have, a nice car, a nice job, a good enough relationship, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't grow as a person, improve your emotional intelligence, improve your finances, so that you can have even more out of this life. Because let's look at the facts. The more you have, the more you can give. You can create beautiful things, charities, help others, create legacy for your family. You can change your family's history, whatever it may be. So this is why it's important to continue learning. You're not meant to just stay in one place and say, that's me done, that's it, I'm never gonna learn anything new. Because if that's your mentality, you're not gonna get anywhere in life. This is the reality. This is the reality. There are a lot of people who teach about motivation, they teach about business. But one thing that they don't tell you is, if you do not continue learning, you will become no one. You have to read. You have to surround yourself with those people you want to learn from. You want to become like, whatever area it is in your life. You want to get closer to God. You have to keep learning about God. You want to have better finances. You have to learn about becoming financially free, how to make passive income, how to run a business, how to handle the stress of being a business owner. You have to have better emotional intelligence. You want to have better relationships, you have to learn communication skills, how to become a better partner. You have to become a person that's worthy of that love that you desire. How do you do that? By learning it. By learning it. We haven't been born with all of those things, with all of those experiences. We have to experience, we have to learn, we have to grow as people. And this is beautiful because even though you maybe grew up in an environment where people had a lot of poverty, nobody had a business, people could barely afford education or food, that doesn't mean this has to be your story, your children's story, and their children's story. You now get to learn. It's a beautiful privilege actually to be able to learn things, and so many people don't take advantage of it, or they take it for granted and they don't do anything about it. But let me tell you, there are things you can learn for free, even online, but you choose not to do it. Instead, you go, you watch Netflix. Instead, you go and just scroll on TikTok. And there is nothing wrong with scrolling if you're doing it mindfully, if you're doing it in a smart way. For example, if you're doing a research for the market, like market research, so that you know what's trending right now, so that you can maybe use it for your business to grow your audience, maybe TikTok sounds or whatever. Or you are scrolling because you want to improve your algorithm. So you like on people's posts, you comment on their posts, like you might have a business and you want to grow your algorithm. Those are fine. But if you find yourself in that loop of just scrolling, just looking at those videos that don't even benefit you in any way, what are you doing? You have to ask yourself, does this benefit me? Because if it doesn't, why are you doing it? Why do you continue doing it? And of course, this goes in relation to anything you do in your life. If all you do is have those habits, like every single day after work, you just go on TV, you want to escape the reality you live in, create the life you don't have to escape from, and you get to create that. And last week I talked about being a creator. It's a beautiful video. I strongly encourage you to watch it after you finish this one, because over there I talked about great things, what it means to be a creator. So it might be just the thing that you need, but you have to learn things. You have to learn how to become a better person, how to be a better business owner, how to be a better mother, how to be a better father, how to be a better sister, how to be a better brother. We have to learn all those things. We haven't been born with this. We have been born with certain gifts, but we still have to develop those gifts. We have to still experience those gifts. We have to do things in order to learn from it. And so many people get discouraged by making mistakes in life. They say, I made a mistake, I'll never get out of this place. And they get so paralyzed by it. But the truth is, you could look at it from a place of protégé. You could be looking at it, there is a lesson to get out of this. I know there is a lesson in all of this. I might not see it yet, but I'll see it in a few weeks' time. In a few months' time, I'll see the lesson. There is always a lesson in everything, even if the only lesson is I ignored red flags. There is a lesson in every single thing you are going through right now, and every single thing that you went through in your past. You might not be able to see it yet, but when you truly look at your life from a protégé perspective and say, what can I get out of this situation that I was in during that time of my life? What can I learn from this experience? You'll be able to see, okay, maybe I wasn't supposed to ignore red flags like I have been. Okay, maybe I need to respect myself more. Okay, maybe I shouldn't jump on just any opportunity there is. Okay, maybe I need to get closer to God. Okay, maybe I do need to stop being lazy. Okay, maybe I shouldn't watch the TV every single day. Okay, maybe I made a mistake in this business, but Right now, I have all these experiences to take on with me for the new business idea that I have. There is always something you can get out of this situation that you have been going through. There is no point for you to just put yourself down about it, beat yourself up about it. What's done is done. What's done is done. The past is in the past for a reason. Everybody always says it. But so little people live by that. They allow the traumas, they allow the fear, they allow mistakes from the past to rule over their life. But there is always a lesson to get out of this place. There's always a lesson, 100%. There's no one scenario that cannot teach you something, unless you don't want to see this lesson. But when you decide to look at those lessons and find the lessons of this scenario, then you will be able to move on from it. You will be able to learn and you will become a better person. You will achieve greater things in life. Because that's the thing. We have to continue learning. We have to continue growing. The person you want to become one day, you want to have a business, you want to have charities, you want to have a great life, it takes a certain person, certain skills, certain experiences. It takes a certain person, emotionally intelligent, brave, capable, the one that doesn't give up when things get hard, because things do get hard in life. Life is never gonna be like 100% easy. There will always be obstacles, whatever you are going through. An email might not send out, a technology will fail. You have to become a person who is strong enough to handle those things. How do you become this kind of person? By learning about it. By learning about it. And you can learn by doing it by yourself. You can learn from others by listening to their experiences, their life stories. There are so many places you can learn from. And it's so beautiful because right now we actually live in this world and we get to learn wherever we look. You can look at YouTube channels like my own, and you can come back to this channel and watch some of my greatest videos in here. My Facebook replays even about business stuff. And you can learn from this. You can learn business strategy, mindset work. You can learn how to make money online. You can learn how to sell products. You can learn how to create beautiful artworks. You can learn anything you put your mind on. You can learn anything you put your mind on. You are capable of it. You are 100% capable of it. As long as you believe in yourself and you go for it. So go for it. Learn new things. Because look at it this way, okay? Whenever a child is born and they get to about 5 or 6 years old and they start going to school, you tell them, you're gonna go to school, right? But you don't tell them, you need to go to school because you're stupid. And that's why you are gonna go to school. That's why we signed you up to school. No, you tell them, we signed you up to school. You're gonna have a great time. You're gonna learn so many things there. And you need to go to school because there are certain things you need to learn. There are certain things you do need to learn. But then whenever we look at learning from an adult perspective, we say, oh, I gotta learn this. I'm so stupid. It doesn't even make sense when you think about it. We should be telling ourselves, I need to learn this skill because I want to learn this skill. I want to get better. I want to have more. This is why you choose to learn. Learning is a privilege. Why you don't take advantage of it? There are literally people in this world today that do not have access to education, that do not have access to this kind of master classes that I do, for example, or the mindset work that we do. They don't have access to it. Like, there are women in this world who do not go to school. They are not allowed to educate themselves in different areas of their life. They're literally not allowed. And here you are, a person who has all the access to it, online, in person. You don't go for it? How do you expect more to come into your life if you don't do anything about it, if you don't become the person that's required to have those things? You need to learn certain skills. You need to have experiences. Don't let your past paralyze you. If you made mistakes, that's okay. Get out the lessons from those mistakes and move to that next thing. Don't give up. Don't give up. If there is something in your heart that's telling you, you were created for more than this, you were created for more than you have right now, this is the truth. This is the truth. And you get to become this great person. But there may be skills you need to learn, maybe something, some knowledge, some wisdom. There is always something you can learn in order to get to that next level. You might already be a person who is financially successful, who is great at business strategy. You can still get more. You can still go to that next level. You might need to learn something about relationships. You have great relationships, but you want to make them even better. Great. You can learn about that. There's always more we can become. There's always more you can become. So what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? Stop looking at life from this place of, I'm not good enough, I'm not capable, I don't know this, I don't know this person, I don't know how to do this, I don't know how to do that, I'm not smart enough. If that's how you keep saying things to yourself, that's who you're going to become. When instead you could say, I don't know how to do that yet. I don't know how to do that yet, but I can learn. I can learn. I'm not sure how to do that now, but I will learn. I'll find out. I'll find the answer no matter what. When you have this kind of mindset and you say to yourself, I don't know anything about this right now, but I will find out, you will get the answers that you're looking for. If you are maybe a business owner and there is something that you need to figure out, you don't really know how to do, you say to yourself, I don't know how to do that yet, but I will find the answer. And you start looking, you Google things, you ask around, you will get the answers. There is always an answer to any question you may have. You just have to believe that you can receive that. And when you believe that you can receive that answer, you will receive that answer. And you will see, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that hard. Maybe it took few hours, maybe it took few days, maybe it took few weeks, but you did it. And what a great sense of accomplishment you will have whenever you look at your life and you figure things out. There is always an answer. To any question, there is an answer. So look for the answers because you deserve them. Become a person who is hungry for knowledge and wisdom. And when you go for that, when you learn things from people, you will also get to the next level you want to get to. There's always more you can become, but you have to be a protege. You have to be a protege. You have to be a person that's willing to learn. If you are not willing to learn, forget it. You'll not have the house of your dreams. You'll not leave a legacy in this world. You will not make a mark on history. You will not start the business. You will not move to where you want to move. You will not have those relationships that you want to have. If you're not willing to learn, that's the reality. If you're an artist and you're not willing to learn new techniques or how to develop your techniques, you're never going to become a great artist. You need to be willing to learn. Everything can be learned. And that's the beauty of it. Anybody can do things, but not everybody will. Not everybody will, because they are lazy or they have limiting beliefs. Majority of times it is just laziness, not being like up for learning or just not believing in yourself. People like me don't get anywhere in life. I don't know how to do that. I'm not smart enough. I'm not capable. Anything can be learned. There are people who can't read and they are millionaires in this world. There are people who can't speak English and they are known worldwide. How do I say this? How do I say this? You know the guy who was all over TikTok and the shorts and he just did reaction videos with this? You definitely know who I'm talking about. I forget his name, but everybody knows him. He even did an ad for Hugo Boss watches. Just a random dude. There are people like Cristiano Ronaldo who don't speak perfect English. Everybody knows him. Everybody knows him. Why? because he took a skill that he enjoyed, he was good at, and he developed it over and 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 over again. He didn't just stop at kicking the ball into the goal once. He continued learning. He continued learning to become better, to become better, and to become better. So you see where I'm going with this? You have to be willing to learn if you want to be one of the greats. If you want to be good at something, you don't need to continue learning. But if you want to be great at something, you need to continue learning and growing. You need to do it in order to become the great one, the one that's known. Whatever area of your life it may be, whatever you want to do in your life, you have to learn it, you have to grow, you have to develop the person you are. And that way you will have more, you will become more, you will become a person that you were meant to become, and you will live to your fullest potential. So that's all I wanted to share with you guys today. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please subscribe to my channel, please like this video, why not? And also please comment below, what's that one thing that maybe you know you need to learn, but you don't do it? What's that one thing that you commit to learning right now? What's that one thing you know that's gonna get you to that next level that you wish? What's that one thing? Comment below, please. And if you did enjoy this video, please share it with others. That would mean the world to me. I truly appreciate all of your support, guys. And additionally, just before I end this video, if you have been listening to me for a while and you feel like, you know what? I really like what she's talking about. I do want to learn more from a person like this. I have one-on-one private coaching right now, and I would love to have you there. I would truly be honored to teach you about mindset, about life, about business, whatever area of your life you need help with. I would love to help you out. So if you feel like, you know what, I feel like I would really benefit from having a coach, a mentor right now, please go ahead to my description of this video and you can find the link there to book a consultation with me. The consultation will be a talk where you get to know if I am the right coach for you. You can tell me about what you are hoping for in the future, and then we can discuss options of working together. So if this sounds like you, please go ahead and book that call today, because I would love to have you. I would be so honored to be your coach, especially if you know you are meant for great things. You deserve this. So why not? Why not? If you don't book a call, you'll never know how it is to be coached by me one-on-one. You'll never know if I am the correct coach for you. You will never know if maybe this is that one thing that will get you to that next level that you're hoping to get to. So thank you everybody once again. I truly appreciate all of your time, and I will see you next week for another video. Bye bye.